What's up everyone? Welcome back to the Armory. Today we're going to be taking a look at something from Winchester. So let's see what it is, shall we? There it is. We're going to be taking a look at the Winchester Wildcat SR chambered in 22 LR. If you're looking for an affordable rimfire rifle for plinking, small game hunting, training new shooters, or running suppressed, this rifle checks a lot of boxes without breaking the bank. The Wildcat SR comes with a lightweight design, 16.5-inch threaded barrel, ambidextrous controls, and several functions that you normally don't see on rifles in this price range. It weighs around 4 pounds and includes a threaded muzzle ready for suppressor use right out of the box. So let's take a closer look and see if the Wildcat SR deserves a spot in your collection. We'll see what we get in the box. So first, not a combination lock, just a regular keypad lock. We'll go ahead and take the Wildcat out and we'll look at it later. And we have our owner manual and a sticker. Classic marketing stuff. And here she is. So the first thing you notice when you pick up the Wildcat is just how lightweight it is. It really is 4 pounds. And roughly at 4 pounds, this thing almost feels like a toy at first. But don't let that fool you. Even though it's polymer construction, which is what keeps the rifle light, it's still going to be durable enough for years of use. So this rifle features a modern design that stands out from traditional .22 rifles. If you're used to something like a Ruger 1022, the Wildcat definitely has a more contemporary appearance. Personally, I think Winchester did a really great job creating a rifle that's practical and easy to use without being too overly complicated. So let's talk about some of the standout features. First, we'll move down to the barrel. So the SP version comes with that 16.5-inch precision button rifled barrel, half by 28 thread muscle for suppressors. A thread protector is included from the factory, so be mindful of that if you're going to do suppressor right side out of the box. If you enjoy shooting suppressed, that's a huge advantage because you don't need any gunsmithing work done to the actual rifle. It's already ready for you. Next up, we'll move to the optic mounting system. You get an integral Picatinny rail on top, making it super easy to mount either a red dot or a scope. There's also an accessory rail underneath the forend if you wanted to add a bipod or other accessories like that. The rifle ships with adjustable ghost ring sights that are actually pretty usable right outside of the box. See it right here, and obviously on the end. One feature I really like is the ambidextrous controls, the safety right here, magazine release, and our bolt release right here. Very well for both left-handed and right-handed shooters. Another nice touch is the last round bolt hold open feature. When the magazine runs empty, the bolt locks to the rear, making it easy to know when you're out of ammo. Obviously, as most semi-auto magazine fed do. So again, just go over this. Our safety is going to be right here. Again, what I was always taught, you're red, you're dead. So that's going to be on our fire and our safety. Kind of any classic shotgun safety style like that. This is going to be our bolt release right here. All we do is push it up. Magazine release right here. Obviously, it's going to come with one magazine. Now for the important part, how do you think it's going to shoot? So the Wildcat SR is exactly what a .22 rifle should be. Lightweight, easy to maneuver, incredibly fun. The trigger, again, as always, make sure the rifle's safe. We're going to lock it back. There's nothing in there. So trigger, surprisingly decent. Again, we should probably make sure it's on fire. Very lightweight, very lightweight. That trigger's surprisingly decent for a budget rimfire rifle. Obviously, it's not going to be match grade, but it's more than adequate for plinking, training, or different small game hunting. Recoil, again, it's a .22. It's going to be practically non-existent, which makes this a very fantastic option for new shooters to firearms, especially if you get affordable optic on top. So again, that lightweight design that we've talked about, again, it's going to make it for younger shooters, smaller frame shooters to handle very comfortably. Accuracy wise, this rifle performs very well with quality ammo. Obviously, it depends what ammo you're using and how often you clean your rifle. Whether you're shooting steel, paper targets, or squirrels in the woods, the Wildcat is going to be very capable of delivering consistent hits when you do your part. And if you're running a suppressor, this rifle becomes honestly even more enjoyable. The threaded barrel and .22 combination make for a quiet, fun shooting experience that is very hard to beat. So let's go over some pros and cons of the Wildcat. So pros, again, extremely lightweight, coming at 4 pounds. It feels like a toy, honestly, but it's great quality, great construction, even with that polymer frame. That suppressor ready from the factory is pretty hard to beat. Don't have to pay for any gunsmithing services. It's already ready for you. All those ambidextrous controls, so if you're a lefty, it's going to work great for you. That last round bolt hold open, like most semi-autos have, is going to be great for you, so you know when to reload. Good accuracy, and the easy optic mounting with our Picatinny rail. And it's just going to be at that budget-friendly price point that would be good for new shooters. That way you're not breaking your bank. Again, our cons, no rifle is going to be perfect. The biggest downside for some shooters will be the extensive use of polymer. It's all polymer, but that's what keeps it lightweight. But some people might prefer a more traditional feel, but again, that's just going to make a heavier rifle. Another potential drawback is aftermarket support. While it's growing, it still doesn't compare to the endless customization options available for something like that Ruger 1022. Lastly, because the rifle's so light, it can feel less substantial than some competing rimfire rifles. So before we get into our final thoughts, just some tips and tricks on cleaning our rifle. So obviously, it's one rifle. It's not like a AR style where you can break it down. So all you're pretty much going to want to do is make sure we lock it back to the rear. Again, pushing up right here is what's going to lock to the rear. Right here, this is what's going to send that bolt forward. So we bring it back, push up, lock to the rear. So making sure we clean all up in here. Make sure that we're cleaning our barrel by using a punch rod or just using a bore snake to clean in there as well. So, final thought, should you buy the Wildcat SR? Again, if you're looking for something lightweight, affordable, reliable, and a 22 rifle that's ready for a suppressor and packed with useful features, I think the answer is going to be yes. This rifle fills several roles extremely well. Great for plinking, great for introducing new shooters to the sport, and it's also great for small game hunting. And it's an excellent suppressor host right out of the box. For the money, Winchester packed a lot of value into our Wildcat SR today. And it's easy to see why this rifle has become so popular among rimfire enthusiasts. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know down in the comments. What would you choose? Would you choose the Winchester Wildcat or the Ruger 1022? And let me just get your opinions on the Winchester Wildcat. What do you guys think when it comes to a rimfire 22? Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.